Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. We got a video today from Alexander Grace. This clip will disillusion all young men. I'm hoping so. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Before I play this clip, I want you to look at this woman and I want you to form an opinion about her. What kind of a person do you imagine she's going to be? When I look at her, I'm attracted to her. She's pretty, she's young. From her appearance, she looks fun to hang out with. She's tanned, feels like the kind of girl you go to the beach with. I notice that my mind makes all these unconscious assumptions about her based on her appearance, which is what we as humans do. When we see that somebody's outside appearance is very pleasant, then we imagine that their personality is going to be as well. The outside's going to match the inside. But is that true? Is the idea going to match up with the reality? Let's watch the clip and find out more about her personality.
All right, so what's your name?
Hannah?
That's cute. Check this out. Look, first of all, do you have a boyfriend by chance?
Yes.
Oh, you do? Well, look, if you tell me the crazy secret, a secret your boyfriend's never found out. And if I find it crazy, I'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll give you $100 in cash right now if I find it crazy. If not, I'm walking off and I'm posting your secret. You in or you out?
I'm in.
All right, so what's the secret? What's the secret you kept from your boyfriend? And I don't got that many followers too, so you can tell me anything.
Okay, so I'm supposed to be in Florida right now, and he gave me the money for a ticket.
Wait, so you're supposed to be in Florida right now?
Yes.
Okay.
What you doing in LA?
I'm meeting up with the guy that I met off of Bumble.
And you have a boyfriend?
Yes, I have a.
So keep going with the story real quick.
So I told him that my grandmother was sick and in the hospital.
You use your grandmother, a sick, dying grandmother in the hospital, to manipulate the man to give you money so you can go fuck another man in another state. Oh my. Blasphemy.
And I was just like acting really sad over the phone, crying, and he was like, he felt really bad. So I got the money from him, and then I'm here.
Okay, just to recap, she was on Bumble looking for somebody to cheat with. She didn't just happen to randomly, meet this guy. She was specifically on a dating app trying to have an affair. She lied about her grandmother being sick and then faked being emotional, faked crying in front of her boyfriend so that he would feel sorry for her and then give her money so that she could fly not to this fake grandmother who's sick, but to another city so that she could have sex with another man. I wonder what your idea of this woman was going to be. And did the reality completely shatter it? Did you imagine that she was going to be so completely lacking in empathy? When you
Tell you the truth, yeah. I've done this enough now. I think a lot of you guys have consumed enough of this now to see this woman, young, good looking, whore. Whore.
You looked at her, did you imagine she was capable of psychopathic behavior? That sort of video would have shocked me when I was younger because I thought that women were better than men, like they were morally superior. I truly thought that. I imagined that women as a gender were just more moral, more virtuous, these sweet, gentle creatures that sort of need to be protected from like us brutish men. But that belief in the specialness of women cannot be maintained by anybody who has spent a prolonged period of time with women. The illusion just can't be maintained. It falls away because the truth is that women are not special. That's the reality. They're flawed, they're damaged, they're often petty and jealous. They can be resentful and spiteful just like men. Like, I'm not saying that men are superior. Absolutely not. Men can be total pricks. But if you don't yet know that the psychology of women can be every bit as dark as the psychology of men, then you really need to subscribe to my channel and watch more videos because this illusion that you're operating under, this idea that you have, is very dangerous. It's out of touch with reality.
What is your craziest college confession?
I f my ex-boyfriend's best friend just for fun.
Just for fun.
Oh, I f all of his friends just for fun.
Yeah.
Why, when women are so obviously as morally degenerate as men are, does this myth persist that they're so special and superior? Well, it's basic human psychology that we project value onto any group of people who exclude us and who possess something that we want. Whenever I'm explaining this psychological phenomenon to men, I always use this example of a man who's trying to get into the high social circles of like the business world. He wants to rub shoulders with the real wheelers and dealers of society because he imagines those men are superior. You know, he's looking up at them from down below and he thinks, God, they seem so special up there at the top parts of society. If only I could get up there and hang out with them. He sincerely thinks that that's where the best individuals are, but it's a very common occurrence that once he actually gets there and he achieves that high social status position, he looks around and he finds himself being disappointed. These individuals are not nearly as special or as interesting as I thought that they would be. But then
It's very similar to like never meeting your hero. Once you actually meet that person, it kind of shatters the ideal and the image that you've created for this person.
why did he have this idea before that they were going to be so special? It's because he was excluded. It was like a club that he wasn't, being let into, and that led him to rationalize that those people must be superior. I'm not saying those men in the top echelons of society are bad people. No, not at all. It's just that they're regular people. They're flawed, just like the rest of us. They've got virtues and they've also got faults. They're humans, and it's really your fault if you're expecting anything different. In doing private consultations with men, I've met some incredible guys, people worth tens of millions of dollars, guys who are friends with celebrities. Lots of different people need advice on this stuff, and so they seek me out. There's no shame in it. But in all the calls I've done, I've never once been intimidated by these guys, because you talk to them and you realize that they're not special, they're not different, they're just humans. The idea of somebody is always going to be better than the reality. And so essentially what we're doing is we're just getting intimidated by our own imagination. I've seen the same thing happen in reverse. Guys who have watched me for years, but then 5 minutes into the consultation, they realize that I'm just a regular dude. I could never live up to the idea that people might have of me. I'm just not special enough. But it's a really good thing that this realization sets in, because what it means is that you're replacing the idea you had of somebody.
This thought process, I think about it too. Some of you guys tell me like, "Oh, I'm so great and thank you and I'm doing God's work and stuff like that." I don't feel like I deserve any of that. I'm just a normal guy trying to make videos for entertainment, making some money on the side, and hopefully some people learn some stuff from it. I'm not really a messiah or whatever. People, I don't know, they just put you on a pedestal a little bit too high. Remember, I'm just a normal guy that makes YouTube just like you guys. Just I make YouTube.
With the reality. And this is what all men need to do collectively with women. Replace their idea of women with the reality of women.
'Cause I got a medium-sized waist, very pretty face, and an okay bang, and a lot of mental health issues.
So many men are just a sucker for a pretty face. And they
That we
are
are.
desperate to hold on to the idea that they have in their minds of these women being really incredible, really special. Let me tell you something as an absolute fact. If you're sitting in a restaurant and you see a pretty girl at another table and she just seems untouchably beautiful and divine to you, like she's a goddess or an angel, like she's just transcendental, I promise you, if you have the courage to walk up to her and speak to her and it goes well and she becomes your girlfriend, in 6 months' time, when the reality of who she is sets in, you're not going to feel the same way about her. The idea is going to be destroyed, replaced by the reality. The more time you spend with a woman, the more she's going to lose her mystique. You're going to see that she's just a regular human. She's got virtues and she's got flaws. Even
I had a comment down below on another video saying that I became a little more callous towards women and just more vulgar. And it's just like Alexander said, like, I still put a little bit of a nice image on women, but the more I deal with women and the more I see videos of women, I gotta call out the truth. Most of these women are whores. Most of these women do not deserve men, do not deserve good men, do not deserve their kids, do not deserve the things that they got. These are true statements.
if the relationship is going well, you're 6 months in, you like her, the relationship is happy and healthy, the affection that you're going to feel for her is not going to be based off the idea of who she is. It's going to be replaced with a much more mature affection of recognizing the reality of who she is. That's actually where you want to be, but I found it difficult sometimes to convince men that that's superior because truthfully, they don't want to let go of romanticism. They want to believe that she's incredible and special and they want to write epic poems poems and songs about how she's the most amazing thing in the universe. But when you're actually paying attention to reality, it's hard to think of women like that. When you notice that she can be petty, she can be annoying, her farts stink just as bad as yours. The reason why I'm saying all of this is because I'm urging you to please stop being intimidated by women. Stop projecting this specialness onto them. All that's really happening is you're being intimidated by your own imagination. You see her and yeah, she's young and she's pretty, but that doesn't mean she belongs to like some different world, some different species. Go talk to her. You'll probably realize that she's just a regular girl, or maybe even that she's kind of annoying. It's a matter of changing focus. You've got to stop paying
More the latter than anything.
attention to your romantic feelings and your fantasies about women, and then actually look outwards and look at the reality. Because I promise you, you're never going to get a high quality girlfriend unless you can let go of this idea that women are special. Heck, you're probably not even going to have the courage to approach a woman if you still think of women in such a special way.
This is why I love my channel and the channels like me, that we just post a lot of women fuckery. Because it just shows men. I get like people, sometimes I do get tired of watching these things, but then I don't, because sometimes the audacity and the things that these women do just like pushes the level to another notch, and then just teaches me. I thought I've seen it all, and then they've proven me wrong almost every day that I do this. So it just puts more of a light saying, yeah, their shit stinks just as much as us.
You know what? I have something that I need to say. I am tired. I am tired of the men that just don't go for it. They're just so scared. They think that they're gonna get rejected when it's like, bruh, like, just take a freaking chance. I am tired, sick and tired of this, excuse my language. You'll walk past and they'll literally give you side eye. Like, just come up to me and ask for my freaking name. Like, okay, like, you get rejected. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it happens. It happens to me. But just take a chance. Guys, just take a chance. Just get some confidence. Like, just take a chance.
I can understand at a distance, you might be intimidated by a woman like this. You know, she's very pretty. But then you listen to her speak, like, and her mannerisms and her eye movements, and you realize she's kind of a mess. When you actually touch the reality of who women are, you can stop being intimidated by them. And like she says, there's worse things in life than getting rejected. I'm
That
making
there
this
is.
video because I want you
But the other side of it, that Alex isn't really saying, is the being called a creep, being called harassment, the side of being going to jail. I know it's actually less likely by just approaching a woman. You're not going to go to jail, but you're going to definitely be humiliated publicly sometimes by a lot of these women, the way they reject men.
you guys to achieve your dating goals. And I know that you're not going to be able to approach women if you're still holding on to this idea that they're special. So you've got to get rid of this idea that you have that women are superior. And to do
Agreed.
that, you need to confront the reason why you're still holding on to this illusion. So what is it? Do you have self-hatred as a man? Do you think that masculinity is toxic and therefore women are superior to you? Is it pain avoidance? Are you scared of getting hurt when you get rejected? Do you tell yourself this story that women are so incredible and special in order to justify you not approaching, thereby achieving your strategy of pain avoidance? Do you have low self-esteem but are in denial about it? You're too scared to confront the fact that you don't think very highly of yourself, and so you just relegate women to this superior position. It's very common for people with low self-esteem who don't want to deal with their issues or confront, the fact that they have very low self-worth to project really high, admirable qualities onto other people, to think badly of yourself and to think that everybody else is just amazing. There's really no difference. That's just two sides of the same coin. If you
Makes
say
sense.
to me, I have a low opinion of myself, or I have a high opinion of women, you're kind of just telling me the same thing. Because let me tell you that men who have high self-esteem are not trapped by this idea about women. They understand the reality of who women are. But Alexander, all of this sounds a bit depressing. What about high quality women? What about the woman that I'm in a relationship with? Isn't she special? No, she's special to you, but that's a big difference. If you're in the presence of a woman and she feels superior, that's a red flag. Something is off, either in her actions and her behavior towards you or in your perception. But if a high quality woman doesn't make you feel inferior, then how should a high quality woman make you feel? These are all really good questions, and I answered them in the full length version of this video, which is available on my Patreon. What I post here on YouTube, these are just the shortened, abridged versions of my videos. If you want to go into more depth, then you're going to have to come over to my Patreon. I've heaped.
Whew, shout outs to Alex. That was some wonderful chow. I love how he always educates men a lot on themselves too with these videos. It's not just we're trashing women or, women do bad things. Look, why do women do these things? Why do we see women in certain ways? These are important questions. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.